All right, combining days 27 and 28. Today, I'm about to go in for the start of day 28. First, I'm going to talk about yesterday, which was day 27. Not a ton happened. Interesting day for me. Dealt only tournaments, only no limit tournaments, and only in the actual poker room, no temp area. That was interesting timing. I eventually got to the end of the string, the final table in the actual poker room. And the tables we were using for that 11 a.m. tournament out in the temp area, those are the ones that break first. And it was getting close to 4 o'clock when the Omaha Heat tournament was starting. So as those tables broke, they were using those dealers for the Omaha Heat tournament. So I got to the final table in the poker room when the last table in the temp area for the 11 a.m. no limit tournament broke. So when I finished my table, I went on break and then didn't need to go to a table out in the temp area because there were none left, and then just went back to the top of the lineup for the 11 a.m. no limit tournaments in the poker room, which was great because eventually we got down to the point where all tables had a working shuffler. So for a while I didn't need to shuffle, never had to deal anything but no limit hold'em, and didn't have to deal with those like thick slow felts out in the temp area. Eventually dealt one down of the 6 o'clock no limit tournament because as tables were breaking in the poker room, I was still in the building when that 11 a.m. tournament got in the money. So tables were breaking in the poker room and they were using those tables for the 6 p.m. So like half of the 6 p.m. no limit tournament tables were in the poker room and half were in the temp area. So eventually I dealt one table of the 6 p.m. and that was my last table. Very chaotic. So I left. It was, what was it, like 9 o'clock? 3 tournaments were still going. A ton of cash games were still going. I got a little overtime just because, like, out of necessity, because so much was going on at once. It was Friday evening. And yeah, then they said they didn't need me anymore. So yeah, tables were breaking. Registration was done on the 4 o'clock. I don't know how late registration went on the 6 o'clock, but I mean, the 11 a.m. was almost done. I mean, they were in the money, which was 34 players cashed in that one. So, I mean, they were only using, what, 4 tables for that. Yeah, I have no idea, since I wasn't in the temp area, how many entries the Omaha Heat tournament got. I have no idea anything about that. I was never even like near the area, but that was my day. Just dealt no limit hold'em tournament and dealt most of it righty. Towards the end, when I could feel I wasn't going to be on the clock for much longer, I dealt lefty. It's not like there's no way I'll still be on the clock so long that my arm's going to get sore. So dealt a little lefty at the end. Shout out to the guy from a couple days ago wearing the Greenbush shirt who said he was only in Orleans because of me. Shout out to Jen, who told me after retirement she wants to be a traveling dealer with her husband, RV style, and very interested in the path of me becoming a dealer and dealing because of that. Knowing mixed game rules is going to be a huge help. Probably not a huge help in the audition, but a huge help once you're actually dealing, not needing to figure it out as you go. Oh, there are other people I'm missing. I know there are other people I'm missing. Shout outs. A guy who asked about the channel a couple days ago, I saw again. He said he watched a few videos. Man, there are definitely people I'm missing, but I don't remember. But today is what, I'm leaving in like 15 minutes, it looks like. And yeah, today is a Saturday. Final day. Well, it's the 28th day, so 28 divided by 7. 4 weeks of if you want to look at it that way. The first day was a Sunday, so my 7th day of work was a Saturday. Today is the 4th Saturday I'm working. So a no limit tournament, then a horse, at 4 o'clock, and then another no limit at 6. So that's what's going on today. Tomorrow, Sunday, another Sunday special. Getting 600, 700 entries and like a prize pool over 150 grand. So that's going on tomorrow. And yeah, getting fairly close to the end. Next week, today is this horse tournament. There is a deuce to 7 single draw, not triple draw, single draw tournament in a couple of days, and then it's just no limit stuff, just main event stuff for about a week. So fairly simple stretch, starting like now for like the next 8 days, 9 days or so, something like that. So I will come back and I will let you know if anything amazing happened. Day 28. All right, it is actually the beginning of day 29, but I'm going to talk about day 28. Forgot to film when I came back yesterday. Day 28, a lot of shout outs. Catwoman, awesome nickname I came up with yesterday. A few videos ago, I said, someone came up to me and said she watches the videos while she feeds her cats in the morning. Dealt her tournament table. It was actually very quick. I pushed into the table, dealt a few hands, and then they broke that table, sent the players to fill in other tables. Guy who gave me the cigars. That's the thumbnail, isn't it? Thanks for the cigars. Didn't get your name. Guy sitting on that guy's right with the Mariners hat. Met him yesterday. He was also in Orleans yesterday. Met him 2 days ago. He was also in Orleans yesterday. That makes a lot more sense. Did I mention the guy in the green bush shirt who said he was only in Orleans because I was working there? Also to meet that guy. There are people I'm leaving out, definitely. It's tough to remember while I have so many things going on. Yesterday was a long day. Almost broke the record, my record for most hours and minutes in a day. Tied it to the minute. So my longest day is 2 separate days with the exact same amount of hours and minutes. Yeah, just real busy. Never dealt cash, even though there was a lot going on the cash side. Dealt a no limit tournament to start the day. That was very popular. Just a 11 a.m. no limit tournament on a Saturday, and then horse. That was fun. Dealt a lot of horse downs. And you know what? That seems to be the way to really like rack up a lot of money in a single day. It's not dealing, cash for like 3/4 of the day. It's dealing a non-hold'em game in tournament style and a lot of downs, and those $20 per down, that really racks up. So yeah, yesterday was actually the second most money I ever made in a day. It was tied for the longest amount of time on the clock. And yeah, horse was interesting. Oh, more shout outs. Guy at the horse table towards the end wearing the Phoenix Suns hat. Didn't catch your name either. On his right, he was talking about the channel, and he was telling the guy on his right, who also watched the channel. Oh, in the horse tournament, there was a guy who didn't realize he signed up for a horse tournament. He thought he signed up for a no limit hold'em tournament, and I dealt the first hour of the horse tournament at that table, and that guy was killing it for the first hour. He hit quads. He hit like 3 boats. He just hit like everything. And then I left, and actually very much later returned to the table, and there was one player who was still there from the beginning, and I asked what happened. And she said, while he was hitting everything was going great, and then he stopped, and like he had to be like taught the rules to the games by other players. Figueroa was at the table. We met at Popeyes last year. He was at that horse table with that guy. He was actually victim to that guy. That guy hit a boat on him like instantly versus his flush in limit hold'em. Yeah, so that's day 28 about to go in. Another Sunday special tournament about to happen. Last one got over 700 entries and took 20 hours to finish. Not that I'm there all 20 hours, but I hear things. And yeah, home stretch, long stretch of just hold'em. Today is just hold'em. I think for the next 8 days, there's only one tournament that is not no limit hold'em. There is a deuce to 7 single draw. I've dealt triple draw. This is going to be single draw. Tomorrow, Monday, is the ladies event, and then deuce to 7 single draw, and then a no limit tournament at night. And everything else for the next 8 days is just no limit, because this is on main event week. Bunch of day 1 flight, 8 of them, and then a week from today, Sunday, is everyone who advanced on day 1 comes back, and day 2 starts, and day 2 starts a week from today on Sunday and plays down to a winner. So got that going on this week, and then that will be it. So here was today's video, days 27 and 28. Another pay stub video coming up very shortly. Get one every 2 weeks, so it's not that frequent, but I get them, I look at them, I analyze my own stuff, and see what the discrepancies are, if any, and see everyone in the next video. And remember, rice is a spoon food.